Finally, 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 I say finally. Here's the thing. Sony software does not like to work with Firefox. That's the primary browser that I use. And for some reason, I keep getting, it won't let me hook up the camera to YouTube in the interface. Um, that's annoying as hell. I'm hoping you guys can hear me okay. How's everybody doing? Only got a couple people in here. Cheers, everybody. My son got me a very cool uh, Darth Vader koozie. So we're going to koozie things. Oh, yeah. Fizzy water is the best stuff. Ha! How's everybody doing? Yes, nice koozie. Good, good, good. Sounds fine. Yes, the koozie. It even talks. It even sings. Wait. Come on, get to it. There we go. Anyway, fun stuff. This light seems to keep going on and off. That's not cool, bro. That is not cool. We'll change it to that color balance and see. Yes, Darth, exactly. I am your father. Okay. Yep, I'll be right back. My sound is dying. Hey, there we go. Hopefully, that's better. Cheers, everybody, from Lord Vader to you. Okay. Yeah, all good. There we go. A box from LEB. There's some goodness inside. And my box from Hornby from England is coming, well, is on the way finally. It's been stuck. Hey, everybody. Hey, the fingers. How's everybody doing? Boy, I gotta say, LEB does just about the best packaging job you could possibly do. Get rid of that box. Okay. What? Yeah. I'm sure it's nice and warm out there. It is freezing. I shared a video on my Facebook page from our church Easter egg hunt today. We had snow during the Easter egg hunt. Yeah. Oh boy. There we are. 2 right off the top, or right off the bottom, depending on how you look at it. There we go. Fond metal. I am fond of metal. This is a beautiful, beautiful F1. Boy, this is a wide one too. Woo boy. Oh. Yes. Do not cheat when you race. That is definitely. There you go. Look at that. Look at that beautiful camera. Look at that beautiful camera. Look at these soft tires. Holy cow. Those fronts feel pretty sticky. Those backs feel extra sticky. Whoa. Yeah, I believe so, Leslie. I believe Fond Metal did make wheels, but I'm not 100% sure. Oh, so I did figure out one thing, guys, about the live streams. The live streams, the live chat, the replay of the chat will be there, but for some reason it takes a little while to add to the video on demand, the replay video. So because I made the comment like last weekend, what the heck is the where the heck is the the sound, and I didn't know, and sure enough it appeared then a couple hours later. Excuse me. Yeah, Rocco Sam, I'm not sure. Do I have to try it? I mean, I guess I do. There we go. NSR Corvette. Beautiful. Very, very nice car. Very nice car. Yeah, I'm liking this a lot. I have a thing for kind of the most iconic car for kind of each type of car. So, a yellow Corvette for me anyway. Excuse me. It's the way to go. I love that Velocity yellow. And I talked to the marketing guy who's in charge of the Corvette brand years ago, Harlan Charles. I met him a bunch of times at the Corvette Museum in Bowling Green, Kentucky. He's a really nice guy. Let's fluff these braids up just a bit. Now, this is obviously still got the magneto in it. Oh boy, that is low. I can feel it. Ooh. Not making great contact. Jeez. That is zippy. So how was everybody's Easter? Mine was pretty uneventful. We went to church this morning. We're Catholics. Became a Catholic fairly later in life, and we do our church Easter egg hunt. So each year, taking the magnet out. So each year we stuff. Although I didn't stuff that many this year, my wife and my son stuffed almost 850 eggs. That's a lot of eggs. That's a lot of eggs. Where, oh where? Oh, what the heck? Oh, boy, that is a strange place for that magnet. Okay. Yes. Yep, 9 volts. Hey, Oscar. So the magnet is in here. You can see it right there. It's that little kind of slot looking thing. And then there it is inside there, but it's kind of like hidden by some gunk or whatever, by some not gunk, what am I doing? It's heat welded in place. That's strange. This has got to come out. Hey, there we go. That's a tiny magnet. Boy, oh boy. That is a little magnet. Yeah, let's show that guy. It's a strange little bar magnet. That's the little magnet that comes in the F1 car. That's little. Huh. Interesting. Feels like there's some binding issues there, maybe. Not on the back end, though. Oh boy, that is a smooth one. So let's put this guy back together. Let's tighten these up just a hair. Yeah, so we spent this morning putting eggs out, and then it started to snow right as the Easter egg hunt was about to start. Nobody will forget that Easter egg hunt. Hey, everybody. Thank you very much for showing up on this Easter Sunday. Wasn't sure if anyone would show up. My wife said, "You sure people are going to show up and watch you?" I'm like, "Yeah, I guess." Okay. Much better. Oh boy, this is made for this track. Someone suggested that down at the other end here, where I have the tire wall, that I should put up a shoulder. I agree, but I don't have any runoff room on the end there, and I kind of want to have the table here so I have a little bit of extra room to put stuff on. Boy, this car is made to run without a magnet. This is fast and really likes to go. Oh boy, these tires. These are some sticky tires. They're picking up everything. Picking up stuff off the track I didn't even know I had on there. Look at all that dirt. Holy cow. So some of the pieces are falling in place for the trip to England. That's very cool. And I'm going to be hopefully setting up some more meetings with some folks while I'm there, and more interviews with folks. And so far, Skelectric and Slotted / Polycar. And I believe at some point, I don't know that Andrea from NSR is going to be there, but anyway, I really like to talk to him sometime soon. This car, the NSR F1. Wow. No, Leslie. Leslie wants to know if there's any magnets in this car. I just took the magnet out, Leslie. This car is fast and smooth right out of the box. I mean, you saw me take it out of there. I've done absolutely nothing to it except curl the braid down, take the magnet out. It didn't need to have any oil in there. It's super smooth to begin with. The front axle feels like there could be a little more play in there, but wow, this is a winner. This is a really good car right out of the box. Huh. I am impressed. I am impressed. Yeah, I agree, John. It's definitely a cool F1 car. I mean, it just these NSRs are just so freaking fast and smooth, just outrageous. It likes the S's over here. It just there's yeah, this guide must be pretty far forward. Not really. I mean, the guide's sort of far forward. Um, there we go. Get it to focus. There you go. It's almost in between the front wheels, which is a little surprising, but at the same time, doesn't really seem to matter. So this has a 21 King in it. Interesting. So this is not a super hot motor, although it is pretty hot. Um, it seems appropriate for this car. This car really, yeah, this car really likes this track quite a bit, and I like it on this track quite a bit. Yeah, very cool. Okay, what do you say we take this brand new Corvette? Ah, holy cow, on the base really hard. Woo! Okay. Someone was asking before. I think it might have been you, Leslie, asking about drop guides. There you go. For some reason, this has a drop guide. I don't know why this would have a drop guide, but it does. It's got a 25K Shark. It's got you can adjust this guide so it's flat to the chassis so it doesn't drop, but there you go. It does have a drop guide. Nice little bit of play in there. Um, just fluff the braid up just a little bit, back it up so it's a little fluffier than it comes stock. And yeah, what John Helton says, got the slot at Mercedes last week. Excellent drive, very cool. Yes, most slotteds do come with metal wheels. Some polycars don't, which I kind of wish they would, but most slotteds do come with metal wheels. Oh, we got to take the magnet out of this guy, shall we? This is just gonna hammer around the track way too fast with this magnet in there. Easy enough to take the magnet out. While we're in here, we'll take a look, see where right there. So right here is where you can unscrew. You unscrew that screw, and then you can get the magnet to drop down. I don't want to do that, so I'm not going to do that. There's the difference. Where's that magnet for the F1 car? There it is. Don't know why. Hey, Travis. Cheers. There's the magnet for the F1 car. Tiny, right? There is the magnet. Hard to see the difference, but trust me, there's a big difference. This is the button magnet. It's not focusing. I don't know why. I'm sorry. There we go. There's the button magnet. There's the bar magnet. It is quite a bit smaller. And just stick those guys together because, say it with me now, we don't do magnets here. Shouldn't need to do anything to this car. Put a little bit of Earl in here, shall we? So this is a little bottle of lubricant. You can get this from most slot shops. This is from Slot Car Corner. This is their comes in a nice needle applicator. What you do is you put a drop on the bearings right there and right there. You put a drop on the front axle if you'd like to. And then on the can end, where the armature goes into the motor. Put a drop in there as well. You just need a small drop. You don't need a lot. In fact, you don't want a lot. It's people tend to over oil, and it doesn't help. You only need one molecule of oil to across the surface to get these things properly lubricated. That feels as smooth as you could ever want. As smooth as you could ever want. Yeah, guys. Great to see. Hey, John. Great to see so many people around. Hope everyone's Easter was as restful as can be with family around, and you know, sometimes we get a little more committed to doing stuff on holidays than maybe we should. We should just take it easy on a holiday. I know I am today. We're going to the movies. Going to go see Father Stu this evening. Come on, get in there. There we go. A little bit less body movement. I like to turn the body so the body is basically tight onto the chassis, and turn it out about a half, maybe a full turn. To my mind, to my finger, NSR cars like to be a little loose in their setup. That's a personal tuning thing. You might like to have a little more. Thank you very much, Coffin Seller. Exactly. Yes, please give the video, the stream, a thumbs up. Very much appreciated, guys. 56 of you here. Holy crap. Thank you so much, everybody. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, the Corvette. Whoa. What the heck? Whoa. You got something in the guide there? Or did it just lift out? It just lifted out. Interesting. That's a lot of forward bite, my friends. I wonder if it's lifting on acceleration. It's got that much bite? Huh. Or the guide just slid right out? That's interesting. Never seen that happen before. There we go. Did it again. I wonder, maybe that's why the guide needs to be dropped down. It does lift. It does lift up. It seems like it wants to lift pretty, wow. Huh. Yeah. Just going straight out of the S's right here on the last turn. It's just about when I'm giving it the full beans. So I'm probably doing it a little too early. Oh, by the way, Oscar Azevedo from Slot Invasion. Here you go, brother. Put this. There we go. There we go. Very cool. Yeah, it's like a banner across there. When I got this back from my friend Clem, the Carrera banner was gone. So there you go. Slot Invasion. Figures. We got to have Slot Invasion stuff. Yes, there you go. That's good point, John, about the forward bite. This car, it feels really solid as well. Even though there's a lot. Yeah, it's lifting out. I think you're right. I think you're right about the drop arm. I think that's why it's probably there. I haven't really raced one of these a lot. It does feel very sure-footed. It looks beautiful going around the track too, I have to say. God, it's quiet. I think the noise that I'm getting is from the chassis. I think maybe hitting the track or the guide. sliding on the sides. Yeah, there's already a fair amount of stuff you can see on the sides of the guide there. Well, two new cars from LEB. The swing arm, the drop arm, exactly. Um, yeah, so yeah, do have lift, exactly. Here for the Easter sermon, exactly, Jersey Mike. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah. Um, interesting about that. I would have thought that they would have put a bigger motor, more powerful motor, in the F1 cars, but it's really not all that powerful, or not all that. It's powerful. Shouldn't say that. More RPM is what I mean to say. Um, this needs to be turned down a little bit. Screwed. So there's a part to the body. It's interesting on these, and if you all already have these, um, no, Leslie, the drop arm does not lower the center of gravity. The drop arm just stays in the slot if the nose would lift. So the Formula One car has, it's like this reinforcing part that is part of the chassis under the wing in the front. So it's like two parts to the wing, which it would be in real life. Well, there's many parts to the wing in real life. Anyway, so this is pretty interesting. This is the wrong screwdriver for this. But this car, this F1 car is really nice. I really like this. Yeah, this one no drop arm in this one. Man, this this is a really nice car. Sorry, I'm getting distracted here by the cars, guys. Yeah, really, really drivable, really smooth, really fast, really sticky tires. Already starting to get a little bit of tire deposit on the sides of the car here too. It's already starting to wear in. I mean, a tiny little bit of tire spatter here and there, because this guy is so grippy. Wow, huh? I really like this car. This is great. I got to get these wires adjusted though, because the wires are hitting the front axle. That's definitely slowing it down a little bit. Huh? What length is my track? Lorenzi? I don't exactly know, man. Um, so the table is 5 by 16 feet, 5 feet by 16 feet. The straights are probably 12 feet, maybe. Yeah, maybe 12 feet, maybe 13 feet. Um, so 26, uh, 40 feet of track, maybe. I don't think though. Um, so I'm not entirely sure. No, John Albright, this is not the first. I am coming late to the Formula One parade with the NSR cars. This is this is this isn't my first one. LEB gave me one that was one of their special edition cars. They had a few special edition cars made. NSR made them specially for them. Imagine that, special editions made specially for them. Yeah, I know. That this is why you come here into this chat. Um, but this is I mean, they've released a bunch of these F1 cars. Um, this may be just about the most drivable car you could ever want. This is super smooth, and it just sticks, and you can just push and push and push with this thing. And I am impressed. It's really wide. It's super wide. It is wider, well wider than the Corvette. Leaning into the corners, yes. I'm definitely leaning into the corners. Yes, so this thing, I like the focus. Focus power. There we go. There you go. So big F1's almost like an Indy car from that time too, with the big long kind of raking nose and no dorsal behind the driver there. Um, yeah, Travis. This does not feel because it's got the Travis wonders. Travis is asking about it being fragile. I don't think so because it feels like you can probably set this wing to fall off rather than break off. And the front wing, yes, it's part of the nose, so that does feel a little fragile. But under the wing is the plate for the chassis, so it's almost like it's reinforced right under the wing. Um, yeah, I mean, Travis, you need to check one of these out. See if NSR will send you one. Um, and yeah, you need to check one of these out. If you're an F1 fan and you don't have one of these, well, you really need to. This is easily the best Formula One car I've ever driven. Um, I mean, it's a performance car, so you really get a lot of. Oh, and the pod's tight too. That's not well. It's not that tight, I guess. It can move a little bit. Um, can move a little bit, but I need to give it another, maybe a little tiny bit more. I mean, it's definitely got some float. It's got a lot of float. If you're an F1 fan, you really need to check one of these out because I am impressed. It is doesn't have a ton of detail, but it's got an appropriate amount of detail for the cars of that time. And this is a ringer. I can imagine a whole bunch of these going around a track. It's just so sure-footed that you can just, I mean, you can, and the tire, it's not even grabbing going around the corner down there. I was expecting it to hit all these tire barriers and come out, and there I gave it full throttle almost the entire way around the sweeper. Here, let's do that. Oh, yeah, it tagged the wall and it grabbed the wall, I think, and it came out. Yeah, it kicked in, bounced out. So I'm thinking, I mean, it is sliding a little bit, but really not all that much, honestly. It's really, it's really gripping. And then when you get onto the straightaway, you can see it do that snap and then shoot out. So it's like it's sliding for a little bit and then it grabs really abruptly and then shoots out. But it's smooth when it does it. I know that doesn't make any sense. But if you're an F1 fan, you need to check one of these out. You absolutely do. Because there's it's satisfying to drive an open wheel car this fast. It really is. Satisfying to drive a Corvette that fast. Anyway, guys. Hold on a second. Need a drink. We're koozying today. My son got me a Darth Vader koozie for my birthday. They always get me something Star Wars related because I'm a pretty big Star Wars nerd. Cheers, everybody. So I'm already well on my way. Hey, Salvatore, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Cheers, Salvatore. Cheers, cheers. Um, already, oh boy, already well on my way to more news for this coming week. I missed a pair of BRM cars that are coming out that I'll have in this coming, this week's slot car news. There's BMW 2002s, to join the really nice series that they have of, kind of the smaller sports cars. 2002s look really, really great. Yeah, a stubby holder. Oh, okay. Yeah, in the U.S., I don't know why we call them a koozie, but we do. Maybe that's a southern thing too. I don't know, but does it say actually what it is on it? I didn't even take off the tag yet. I don't know why I didn't, or the not the tag, but the that thing. Anyway, um, yeah. So there's BMW 2002s, and there's a new NSR series. It looks like it's going to be like a historic box series, or historic series that comes in like a special box. There's a two Vasek Pollock, um, excuse me, uh, two Vasek Pollock cars, the number 0 and the number 1. So this car does have a hole for a digital chip. I think you're going to have a heck of a time getting a digital chip into this guy. Um, but possibly. Uh oh. Now, where was I? Waltzing Matilda, yes. Um, yep, okay. These wireless mics are absolutely um, battery hogs. Unfortunately, there's no way to plug them in. Certainly not the base one, but anyway. Hello, Robert. I appreciate everyone stopping by. Hey, Clint. Very cool. Very cool. Very cool. Um, yeah. So already those two pieces of news. The NSR box series. It's the first in a series of cars that looks like NSR is going to do, and then the BRM, two new BRM 124th scale angle winder sports cars, BMW 2002s. Look really, really, really good. You just got wireless DJ. Oh, DJI wireless. Yes, the DJI wireless mics are really nice. They're a lot more expensive than these guys, and these work really, really well. They're just, you know, you just go through batteries. There's a company called Boya, and it's two wireless lavalier mics that I got. Uh, uh, It's a set that I got. Yeah, Travis says he has he has a long lavalier wireless or wired mic. I have one too. It's over here, and I like to be able to move around a little more. So that's why I don't have a wired one that I use. Hey Gary, cheers from the other end of the state. He says those NSR McLarens look sweet. Very cool. Hello Andrew. Very cool. Yes. So I'm hoping soon that there will be some more painted NSRs, the McLarens, because people have been talking about those McLarens, and a lot of people have been talking about how they're going to wait. Put the drink right there. They're going to wait until painted ones come out to um, to get some of those, and I don't blame them. It's the newest Corvette from NSR. This is one of the pair. I only asked LEB. LEB asked me. I mean, we have an agreement that they'll send me everything from NSR because I do a lot of work on their social media. So I need samples to take pictures of, and they're more than happy to send me cars, and I'm more than happy to accept them because, I mean, these are great cars. So yeah, it's the C7, and it's got the 25K Shark, and you can see the drop arm there, and it's really, really beautiful looking car, and drives really nicely. And I'm a big fan, like I said at the beginning, of like how getting the iconic livery of a certain car. I forget if it was the 63 or the 64 that won Le Mans this year, but one of these is the Le Mans winner. I think it's the 64 um, was the car that won. But these NSRs are just really, really beautiful cars. And if you don't have one of these, you really need to pick one up. I really like the handling on this guy, and I just love the livery, Konica Minolta. That is so cool. I've seen these cars a bunch um, in real life, the C7s, and they're really, really great cars. Um, why don't Andrew asks any cars in the 19,500 you'd recommend for handling? Well, I mean, yes, this car is 21,000 RPM, which is very close. This is Andrew. This is an incredibly drivable car. This is an NSR 1986, 1989 Formula One car. Um, these guys, this car really drives nicely. I mean, absolutely, absolutely nicely. It just hammers around my track. I would definitely look into that. Um, which is so the NSR 9083. This is Gulf livery of the 9083, and this car has a 21,500 RPM motor in it. So I mean, it's a little faster than you're talking about, but not much. I mean, it's a very, very, very drivable car. This car also, because it's such a short wheelbase, you would think it wouldn't handle around corners, but actually the opposite is totally true. Um, this guy feels really good going around all the corners and stable and right out of the box because I haven't done anything to this car. Put a little lube on the axles. This car is nice and fast, nice and smooth. I mean, you can't go wrong with this car. Let me see. I mean, any of the well, here you go. I mean, you could definitely try this car as well. This is a slotted. It's a Maserati. It's a GT3 car and has their kind of their stock motor in there. This would be a really, really, really great car to start with if you're not familiar with the slotted Maserati. There's a bunch of different liveries of this car. It runs great as it is right out of the box. I did a little bit of tuning to it, and of course, it runs even better then. But definitely a really, really, really smooth, strong performing car. And since there's a bunch of different liveries, you can get a yeah, you can get a racing field with these cars. There you go, with the Maserati logo on the top. You can get a field of these cars and race with your buddies and have a great time because you got. I mean, they're all the same car basically, and the wings a little. You can pop out the wing easily. I think on this one, pretty sure. Yeah, I did. Yeah, the wing is easily popped out so you don't break it. What's the deal with the SRC Chrono McLaren M23? Okay, so the older Formula One cars from SRC are kind of like the transitional year from when they went from the older uh, management to the new management. Um, I found them a little difficult to. I wanted to take the magnet out. I found it very, very difficult to get the front end back together because there's a lot of very small parts, including some springs that didn't really want to go back in there. So while those McLarens, those vintage Formula One cars, are absolutely really beautiful from SRC, unless you're a magnet racer, I might stay away from them because they're very, very difficult to get back together. Yeah, Vin, but everyone thinks they're a good racer. Maserati, amazing. I chipped it for digital whole pack. Yeah, exactly. Um, so DeFingers asks about an SCX Formula One. I don't have any SCX Formula Ones that I can get to easily. I do have a ton of them here. Um, they run okay. Um, I mean, this thing will eat its lunch. This thing from NSR will absolutely eat its lunch. Um, what else we got here? We can take around. Let's take the little Lotus around, shall we? This is a Lotus from Ninco. This little guy is basically, well, I mean, it is stock actually, and it's got a NC9 Sparker. Talk about your obscure cars on the track now. Get a little speed spit to get the dirt off of these tires. Not sure how this car is going to go. This car, it looks beautiful. It's not really sticking very well. Wants to slide out. Yeah, not. It's surprisingly slow for having the motor it does in it. Probably these tires need to be freshened up a little bit, need to be sanded a little bit. But the Ninco made some really great cars years ago. Absolutely love these. Yes, Leslie, I usually use a lint roller to clean tires. I just don't happen to have one down here right now. The other thing you should get is you should get a little bit of sandpaper. And I have some right here. I'll do it real quick. Sandpaper. You can clean off or freshen up tires by putting the sandpaper across the track, putting the guide into the slot, giving it the full beans, lift the car just a little tiny bit. You can hear it. You can hear it sanding off the old rubber and what's called truing the tires, and that'll give you fresh rubber. It'll make the car faster because it's got fresh rubber, not dirt that it's trying to connect to the track with. Yeah, this guy definitely needed some fresh rubber exposed. Hey, there we go. Already better. Definitely sticking to the track better. Definitely sticking to the track better. Yeah, so this is 220 grit sandpaper. And as you can see here, sandpaper for truing, yes. This is what's called 220 grit, which means there's about 220 grains, I think, per inch, maybe. Not entirely sure, but I believe that's right. But it's that's what I use is 220 grit. It's not super smooth because you do want it to dig in to especially rubber tires. You're not going to be able to do this with silicone tires, but you can do this with rubber. And on my track, then you really get a much more drivable car because you get super sticky tires then because you're getting off any of the dirt that had been on there or had been like pushed into the surface of the tire, and absolutely you'll see more life in the car. Yeah, it's absolutely stickier, absolutely better. um so there you go. Yeah, 220 grit sandpaper. Pick some up if you don't already have some. You absolutely need to get some, and you'll you'll it's a easy way to tune up a little bit on the hey Kevin, cheers, thanks for showing up. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Warm track, yeah, but it's a cold track down here. I mean, it's in the upper 50s or the low 60s in the basement garage. um but yeah, a warm track does help. This is not a warm track, sadly, although in the summer it's going to be incredibly warm in here. And we'll see about those live streams when it's 100 degrees outside and I have to have a fan on in here to deal with the heat because it gets super humid here in Pennsylvania in the summer. Yeah, this car is begging for a big track where it can really open up. NSR Formula One car. Check out one today. Holy cow. Anyways, um, 76 people. Thank you very much, everybody, for showing up. Um, please give the live stream a thumbs up if you're so moved to support me. Um, it means a lot. Um, and Clifton says sand off the edge of the tires while you're there. Yeah, so these tires, well, actually, yeah, on the Ninco, you're right. It's definitely a little bit of an edge. Leslie, why you want to sand off a tire is if you have a hard edge on the tire, as you go around the corner, a hard edge will catch, especially on a high grip track, and it could make the car de-slot. But on a tire with a rounded top edge, I'm talking about right on the edge where the sidewall and the tread meet, or the contact patch meet. If you have that rounded a little bit, you'll find that the car corners faster and doesn't want to pop out nearly as much because you get a nice smooth transition from round to the contact patch in the sidewall, and the car will absolutely pick up quite a bit of speed. Real life physics apply. How about it? Exactly. Thanks everybody for showing up. Really means quite a bit. Um, hope everybody had a good Easter. Hope everybody is healthy and well. And I hope you had a good time with your families, or with your friends, or with your pets. And I hope everybody is having a restful holiday. Um, you know, slot cars are a great diversion, and it means a lot that to me that folks show up and support the stream. It's just stunning to me that I get this many people to hang out and say hi. Um, yeah, that's about it, guys. So basically, it was a whole what's in the box today with the two cars from LEB, with the Corvette and the Fond Metal F1. But you know, I will have another video. Hey, Robert, how do the Polycar F1 stack up to the NSR? I will do something about that fairly soon. Um, they're very different kinds of cars because the Polycars are, essentially the most modern type of car, and then these NSRs are from the 80s. So it's not really, hey, Mario, it's not really the best comparison because NSR chose the more kind of older F1 cars where the track is nice and wide, where there's nice long wheelbase, and Polycar slot it chose the much more narrow, probably a little longer Formula One cars. So I really think comparing the two, it's like you're comparing a Trans Am car to a modern GT car. Not, I mean, that's not exactly right, but you get my meaning. It's not exactly the best comparison. Um, so, I mean, it's not really very fair. Definitely the Polycar has a lot higher level of detail. This is, for speed. Um, Not a lot of detail on the car. With the detail that it does have is really, really good, though. Anyway, guys, thanks everybody for stopping by. I really appreciate it. If you missed this, because I see more people coming in now, please watch the VOD, the video on demand. It's going to take a little while to render, so it may not be immediately available, but there will be the chat replay will appear. It takes a little while after the stream is over for the chat replay to appear. I did check the chat replay button, so it should appear once the chat replay or once the video is done rendering. Thanks, everybody. I really appreciate it. See you again soon.